Thank you, Jez, and don't worry, guys, I'm as desperate for a beer as you are, so I am going to be quick. Probably not for the first time, to be fair. I just got it in before Gareth did. So my name's James Tucker. I'm Managing Director of 27 Tech, or as I seem to be referred to these days, the younger, better-looking, but considerably poorer version of Peter. This is now my fourth MAB conference, second year on stage, and the first time that they've been brave enough to let me up here on my own to talk about the latest developments in technology in our industry. My role here today is to cut through the PR rubbish and tell you what's really going on in the tech, in the mortgage market, particularly as it relates to systems integration and APIs, and therefore, of course, our mortgage apply system. So, if you've been watching closely, you could easily be forgiven for thinking that not a lot has changed since Miguel, Mike, and I sat here last year and told you that real, meaningful change is coming to the mortgage market. Change in this industry has been ponderously slow. There are people, processes, and profits whose very existence has depended upon maintaining the status quo that exists in this industry by any means possible. What little change we've seen hasn't been about making a meaningful difference to a customer's experience, but about broadcasting to the marketplace and the trade press that, hey, we're cool, we're doing techie stuff, we get it, like starting innovation labs or creating skills on Alexa to search for a mortgage. It's been innovation as a gesture rather than anything meaningfully disruptive. And that's because change in this industry cannot be achieved by acting alone. Change in the mortgage market requires collaboration. It can only be achieved by all participants collaborating for mutual benefit, not one party trying to win out on their own. And I'm pleased to tell you that collaboration that we and MAB have been championing for years has finally arrived. In fact, it's happening right now between development teams in offices from Shoreditch to Toronto, from Derby to Bournemouth, and we, MAB and 27 Tech, are leading that collaboration on behalf of you and the wider intermediary community. If we look for a moment at the areas where there has been innovation in this market over the past year, digital advice firms, retention and product transfer systems, and execution-only platforms, I would question the extent to which those innovations have been in the best interest of the customer. Whilst this may change in the future, research still tells us that despite the millions raised in funding by digital advice firms, the majority of people don't want advice from robots powered by servers in some distant warehouse. The underpinning of being a human, the desire to engage and interact with others, to receive help and advice, follow your peers, will remain ingrained in all of us, no matter what happens with technology in this or any other market. As an industry, we need to ensure that the solutions that emerge from this period of collaboration and innovation are born with the best interests of the customer at their very center. And one of the ways we can achieve that is through systems integration between intermediary and lender platforms. Now, I don't want to be the geeky guy that nobody talks to at the bar later, but I do need to talk techie stuff with you. So just for a minute, bear with me. Actually, for the record, I couldn't write a line of code to save my life, and I don't live with my mum. She lives with me. APIs are a massive buzzword in our industry right now, and in fact, they're at the very heart of everything that's happening with systems integration and indeed open banking. Put simply, an API is the means through which two systems talk to each other and share data securely. It's an API that powers the sourcing in your Midas Pro system, and it's through APIs that our mortgage apply platform seamlessly connects to lenders without you having to log into their portals. Not all APIs are created equal, however, and this is an important point. You'll have heard and read lots of PR headlines from firms claiming to be using APIs to connect to lenders in various different ways to save rekeying. Let me be clear, our vision and the vision that this industry should have in mind goes well beyond using APIs simply to save you rekeying data. It goes to the very heart of the advice process, to the way you select and apply for a mortgage for your client, all the way through to completion and beyond. And just like Jeff, we're resolute on that vision. In building Mortgage Apply and in our vision of systems integration, we've absolutely set out to create the best possible solution that we could for you, the intermediary. Simply put, we don't believe you should need to use a lender's portal at all pre or post submission. Mortgage Apply enables you to complete and submit applications without rekeying, send documents and case notes, receive status updates all the way through to completion of the case. And it enables you to do so to multiple lenders through one single, simple interface. It is the utopian solution that places the needs of the intermediary, and therefore, in our view, your customers, at its heart. But whilst we're resolute on vision, like Jeff, we're also flexible on details, so that all lenders have ways in which they can work with us. It's not just the big guys that we want to work with. We want to support seamless application submission integration across the whole market, regardless of a lender's ability to integrate or not. Just this week, Hinckley Rugby became the first building society to go live on Mortgage Apply with a number of MAB firms. Newbury Building Society are going next. We've got a whole host of smaller building societies like those two being onboarded as we speak. Our ideal world of systems integration is no longer hypothetical. It's real and it's happening now. In just 2 months of development, Bluestone Mortgages have become the first lender to completely integrate via API their DIP, full app, document upload, case notes, and case tracking facilities with Mortgage Apply. They're due to go live with the first pilot MAB firms next week. Put simply, no other lender and no other tech provider in this market has achieved this depth of integration between its two respective systems. It's a blueprint that other lenders will and are following. In fact, we're working with a host of top 20 lenders on integrations currently, a number of whom we hope to have live by the end of 2018. And we also hope to have at least one top 5 lender live by the end of the year. Roughly, we're trying to add 1 new lender a month on the system from now and complete the rollout to all MAB firms by Q3 2018. If it sounds exciting, like real tangible progress for the first time, then please remember this. Systems collaboration is a marathon and not a sprint. Lenders will take time to get their systems to a place where they can provide this sort of solution to you. And just as we will do, they will test, they will experiment, they will learn. Don't expect to see us or MAB at the forefront of every piece of news around lender integration you read. Some lenders will try things with small things first, just like we've tried things with small lenders first. Some lenders will not be able or willing to support this form of integration at all, assuming that they will still find a way to do business with you regardless. Assumptions like that in the digital world, as we know, are dangerous. People will always want to touch things before they buy. Wrong. People won't pay for news. Wrong. Estate agents need to have a branch. Wrong. There's nothing wrong with being Welsh. Wrong, Gareth. Wrong. The list goes on. But you know what? Lenders won't decide the extent to which systems integration is successful. As you can tell, I'm a bit of an Amazon fan. And if you remember one thing from my brief presentation here, please remember this quote from the richest man on the planet right now, apart from Peter, obviously. You, the mortgage intermediary, are my customers. If you believe, like I do, that proper systems integration is about more than just saving you to having to rekey some data, but about a fundamental change to the whole process that enables you to better service your clients, you will drive adoption of properly integrated solutions like Mortgage Apply by lenders. You must demand of your lender partners that the tech that supports you in the advice process is at least as good, if not better, than the tech they use to go direct to the customer. Because an integration between lender and intermediary systems like this, like we've achieved with Bluestone, like we're working on with others, does so much more than simply save you some data entry time. And it does so much more for the lender than just give them a better shop window for their products. You'll be able to get eligibility for your clients from multiple lenders from one single fact find. You won't need to remember passwords to 50 lender systems. You won't need to navigate through 50 different systems. You won't need to log into a different lender system every time you want a status update on a case. You will know exactly which documents the lender requires in order to give you a decision, and you'll be able to send those documents securely and instantly. And lenders, you will know that applications received from brokers using Mortgage Apply are properly validated, contain all the documentation you need to make a decision, and above all else are quality applications from quality intermediaries. Mortgage Apply is, in our and MAB's view, the best possible solution for you, the intermediary, to use when submitting applications to lenders, and it is therefore the best possible solution for you in helping to serve your clients to the best of your ability. And lenders, it is the best possible way in which you can integrate your systems with those of the intermediary. I urge you all not to just embrace it, but place it at the very heart of your business, now and in the future. So there you have it. The long-awaited promises of proper collaboration, proper integration between lender and intermediary systems is upon us. You will all get to experience the difference that can make to your business this year. Last year on this stage, Miguel commented when talking about collaboration that if this was to work, there must be no winners between the businesses in this industry who are collaborating. And I agree wholeheartedly with that statement. The winners in this and any form of innovation that occurs in this market must and always will be the customer. If we keep true to that principle, the innovation that we all collectively deliver will be exactly what this market needs and exactly what you all need. Thank you very much.